Welcome back, everybody. So let's give you a closer look at this gunk that came out of the mini skid steer. It is kind of metal flaky looking, suspended in there. I'm not sure if that's going to get any of it in the sun or not, but anyways, yeah, that's where it is. So I'm going to try this little Harbor Freight special. It was slower than garbage getting out there, so well, it looks like it's working. So we'll just let that transfer over from that bucket, because I don't have a lid for that. And this is the oil bucket, the hydraulic fluid. This is the stuff that I'm using right there. That's we have a big R in town, so that's easily done. So transferring that out, there was about probably 6.5 gallons that came out. And at the end there, when I was showing the other day, last video, is that it was pumping out and it was okay looking. Well, it got to the top and it actually looked frothy and ended up looking almost like there was water in it. So anyways, before I show you the external filter, there's two internal filters on this CRT. There's this one that goes in the tank that's here, and it catches some stuff, but there's also one that runs basically like this in the bottom, and that is attached. It's not rolling around in there. And so now you can see the new fluid in there, pressured it up, and everything's running good. So that one, this one goes back down in there just like that. Return fluid goes in and filters out a little bit through here, and then that's what it is. So anyways, to show you what I did, there it comes off my block up there, comes down. I took the alter sheep route and I put some hose barbs and spliced in, so that I bought a hose that had connections so I could put it into this. So it's neck down from 3/4 down to actually 1/2 inch. The size of the hose internally, from this is 5/8, this is 1/2 inch, looks really close. Preferably I would have liked 5/8 or go all the way up, but the fittings are neck down. That it almost doesn't even matter because the fittings are smaller than the 1/2 inch hose when it comes to right up there. That elbow right there into the cooler is smaller, so in diameter wise, so your restriction flow is right there. If I could increase that, get the adapters, metric adapters to increase that, that would be the most ideal actually. So anyways, I ultra cheaped it to see if it worked. If it doesn't hold, doesn't work, I will take that off, go drive or find a spot that will crimp it, or have a custom hose made at a hydraulic shop. I might have to go an hour away to a bigger city than the town I live in. So anyways, there's my thing. This is actually going to scoot down into here, right down there. And I thought I was going to show you, I have a bracket that I saved that I was going to, don't know what I did with it. I was actually going to, it's an L-shaped bracket, basically. Going to be in there. So comes off the manifold, goes down, spliced it in. Basically I bought this hose. It was like an 18-inch piece. Cut this in half, again, because this is 3/4 inch fittings into the JIC fittings, the JIC fittings. 1/2 inch comes around and then goes back up there into the cooler. So anyways, thought you guys might be interested in seeing that part of it. But my bracket, I just gotta take some tabs off of it. It's actually off of a piece of an old bumper. Hoard things sometimes, probably way too much, but in this case it worked out. Be a nice stiff L bracket. I'll be able to use some holes into the side there. Yeah, probably not the ideal, but it's going to sit right in here down below, and I should be able to get to the filter as well and go through there. So everything works out well. Got my fuel pump in. It actually came with a little fuel filter down there, so now I'm double filtered up through here. The only other thing that was damaged when it was shipping at the auction yard was this. I have to find a ring so I can actually put it back up into the hole it was in. The one that was damaged out of the shipping yard, so I had one laying here that was actually in good shape, so I replaced that. So everything's good on this. Yeah, so as far as overkill, I'm probably overkill now that I look at it and see that I'm hoping this filter here will save me from having to go in and change the tank filters on a regular basis if I try to make this the primary filter, and then hopefully the tank doesn't you know, get gooped up. After, you know, probably 250 hours or so, I probably will should go in there and change the bottom filter out at least. I don't know if they can be cleaned or not. So anyways, hope you enjoyed seeing that. Oh, the other thing that you see is I was able to get a wider bucket, a 45-inch wide bucket. So now that you can kind of see, it's not that ridiculously 31.5 or 31-inch bucket. It's just past the tracks. This should work. The only other thing would be in here is that I believe this down in here can be rotated, because if you look down here, I have to get back a little bit further. It may not show on this one. It may show a little bit more on this one. It is just ever so bit cantered out. Now I watched another gentleman had a video that you can loosen this nut up, take the track off, loosen this nut up, and then rotate it, and it tows it back in instead of towing out. So I'm going to try that as well. But other than that, thought you'd enjoy seeing the progress. So all right, later.